What's good, everybody? It's your boy Will. Today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the best center badges for all big men, centers, power forwards in NBA 2K23. I'm also going to be showing you guys the best animations for dribble moves, dunks, all of that for centers. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe before we get into the video. Now we're going to start out with the badges. So my guy is an inside center, and I pretty much get all of the good badges in the game. So I'm going to talk to you guys about what every single badge does in all of these categories and why or why not I would recommend them to you. Now a little backstory, just so you guys know, I play competitive Pro-Am and I've played competitive Pro-Am for years now. I've made a lot of money on pretty much every 2K. So I know what the competitive scene is like when you're trying to play against the best guys, and I know what badges are effective in doing that. So I'm going to be breaking it down to you like we're playing a comp game and we're playing against the best guys, so we want the most efficient badges. Now obviously some of you guys are just playing for fun, and if you're playing rec you can try out different badges, but I'm going to break down what's the best for you. So first badge is Acrobat. To be honest, on centers this is pretty much useless. The only time I could see it helping a little bit is when you accidentally try to like jelly a layup when you're going for a dunk. Sometimes Acrobat will pop up on that and help you out making that type of layup. But on the badge itself, it says spin, hop step, euro step, cradle, reverse. These aren't things that we're really going to be doing on a center. This is more of a slasher's badge, so I really wouldn't recommend this. It's only 1 point though, so if you wanted to put this on, you could. Dream Shake, to me this is another badge. It's pretty much useless, as I'm not going to use any type of post move fakes playing competitively. However, if you're a post scorer and you're just playing casually, or you just like playing in the post, this is something that you could put on because it's only 1 point or 2 points. Now Fearless Finisher, this is a decent badge for slashers because it's when you're driving into the paint trying to do moving layups or driving layups. But for centers, this again is kind of pointless. The highest I would go on it is probably bronze or silver, just because I'm not somebody that's going to be driving to the rim a lot. I'm mainly going to be under the rim trying to mash. Post Spin Technician. Now if you're a post scorer, you could max this out, as it does work a little bit, but to be honest, again, this is another badge that I find pretty useless. Post spins don't work as well as they used to in old 2Ks. But if you're someone that again is a post scorer, you could make use of this on bronze or silver. Now Pro Touch, this is only if you have your layup timing on. Basically it's just going to give you a boost to timing your layups if you time them yourself, and that's why I have it on Hall of Fame, because I've been trying to green all of my layups myself. Now Slither, this is actually a very good badge. I would definitely recommend putting this on, just because it says it protects the ball from being stolen, and a lot of times you are going to be driving through multiple defenders, and it's only 1 point, so I'd put this on bronze personally. Now Aerial Wizard, this is one of those things where my guy gets this in tier 2 personally, so I wouldn't invest 3 points into this because that's a lot of points. I don't really think it's worth it because there's not a lot of lobs thrown in this game. It's more of a you get the ball in the paint, you try to mash. But having this on bronze or silver isn't going to hurt. It does definitely work. It makes lobs a little bit better, but for the point investment that it takes, I don't see it being worth it for me because you can still time lobs without it. Now this badge right here, Back Down Punisher, this is something that I wouldn't really recommend having on either, unless you're just a pure post scorer. I only have this on right now because I was playing career and I'm trying to mash in career, but playing competitively, Back Down Punisher, not really that good of a badge. And the same thing goes for Drop Stepper. Now personally, I'm going to put this on just because sometimes when you have a small defender on you and you need to just try to get up anything, a quick drop step works pretty well. Even on bronze, this is pretty effective. It's not going to work very well going against other 7-3 centers, but you can get away with doing a drop step here or there, so I personally leave this on, but you could take it off. It's really up to you. Now Bully Badge, this is a really good badge for slashers again. Personally, I feel like it's decent for centers, but for my build, I get it in tier 3, so that's a lot of points to invest in just a bronze badge. But if you're someone that has way more finishing on your build, you could use Bully. It's really not a bad badge. But I think for pure tall centers, we could do better than this. Now Fast Twitch, I would highly recommend getting this badge high as possible because it speeds up your standing layups and it speeds up your dunks, and it's a pretty good boost, I'm not gonna lie. So I would definitely invest as many points as you can into this, whatever your build gets it to. And the same thing goes for Masher. Now, Masher in this game is like Grace Under Pressure from NBA 2K22. So it boosts all of your close shots, it boosts post hooks, it boosts anything in the paint, and it also has the same effects as Mouse in the House from NBA 2K22, where if there's a defender 3 inches shorter than you, you get another boost on top of the boost from Grace Under Pressure. So Masher is a very important badge on any big man. I would also recommend getting this as high as possible. Personally, I'm going to have this on Hall of Fame, and I'm going to have Fast Twitch on Gold. Once I get enough badge points, I just have it maxed on my guy. And then Rise Up. Now again, this is a tier 3 badge for me, so I'm not going to really have enough points to get this. And my guy also doesn't have a very high standing dunk. But if you do have more finishing on your center build, I would definitely recommend getting Rise Up. It's going to make it so you dunk more often in the paint, which is obviously very good on a center. And not only that, it's going to help you posterize people under the rim. So if you have a high standing dunk, I would definitely invest as many points as you can into Rise Up as well. Now getting onto the shooting. Obviously, like I said, this is an inside center build, so I'm not really going to break down all of the shooting center badges. But the one that we can get on an inside is Slippery Off Ball. This is going to help you getting to the rim after you slip off a screen that you set. So you could put this on bronze or silver. Obviously, if you hit level 38 or 39, you're going to get that extra badge point every season. So you could go ahead and throw that onto Slippery if you wanted to. It's up to you. Now for playmaking. First badge I would recommend getting is definitely Clamp Breaker. Improves a player's ability to fight off contact, protect the ball, and drive by opponents as the ball handler. Obviously, we aren't handling the ball a lot, but a lot of these center builds, if you made your pass accuracy up to 76, you're going to have a lot of extra badges to work with. So I would definitely recommend putting on a Clamp Breaker. Now, if you have a lot of extra badge points, you could put on Floor General as well. It's going to give a +1 boost to all of your teammates' offensive stats per category. So if it's on bronze, it's going to be a +1, silver a +2. Mismatch Expert, I really wouldn't recommend this because as you can see right here, it says ability to beat taller defenders off the dribble. My guy is 7'3", so who's going to be taller than me? Now, if you're a shorter center, I would definitely recommend trying this badge out at least, just because it might help you out trying to get past tall guys. And then Special Delivery, this is a pretty pointless badge. It helps alley-oop throw success and shot chance for receivers after a flashy pass. It doesn't really give that much of a boost for shooters off a flashy. And to be honest, I don't really throw flashy passes. So to me, this isn't really worth having on. Bailout, I would definitely recommend this badge. Not only because if you go up with a bad take in the paint and you try to pass out of it or something, it's going to give you a chance to get out of that situation. Also though, when you're getting double teamed in the paint, this helps you throw out of the double team. So you don't get a terrible animation when you get doubled and throw it out of bounds. It makes it so the pass is accurate to your teammate you're trying to throw to. So it's a very good badge. I would recommend this as well. Now Break Starter, obviously every center should have this on. If you're playing 5v5 or if you're playing, rec prom, whatever. I would put Break Starter as high as you can. If you want to get it silver, put it to silver. If you get it to gold, I would definitely put it to gold. Now Vice Grip, another very good badge. I would highly recommend this one. I would probably put it as high as you can, but I would definitely put it on bronze if not. So this is going to help you secure the ball on passes and rebounds. So it's going to be harder to pluck it out of your hands. Now defensive badges, you could put on Challenger. It's really up to you. I think it works pretty well, so I'm going to leave it on bronze. It's only 1 point. Glove, increased ability to successfully steal the ball from defenders. Now my steal isn't very high on my center, so I'm probably just going to leave this off because I feel like the points are better used elsewhere. Now Interceptor on bronze. You want to put Interceptor as high as you can. It's going to help you get steals and lanes. Most big centers only get it on bronze, so that's what I have it on. Off-ball pest. I was testing this badge out, but to be honest, I don't think it's really that useful for centers. It's supposed to stop people from dexing around and being able to move freely on the court, but I didn't notice a big difference, so I would leave off-ball pest off. Pick Dodger. I don't really think this is useful. The only use I can think of it is when you're guarding pick and roll on a center. Sometimes the other center will accidentally screen you, trying to screen the lockdown or whoever's guarding ball. But besides that, I don't really see a point, and that is something that happens so rarely that I don't think the investment is really worth it, but that's up to you. Workhorse, this is a very, very good badge. I would highly recommend at least putting this on bronze, if not silver. Basically, when there's a loose ball, your player's going to get a speed boost to go pick it up. And I've noticed that having this on, you get better animations on tipped rebounds. Like if the ball is loose and your player tips it up in the air, you're going to have a higher chance to catch it or take control of the ball. So I would definitely put this as high as you possibly can. It's a very good badge. Box out beast. Now I'm not sure, but it seems like I get more worms having this on. And I know for a fact that my box outs are way stronger. So I would definitely recommend having this at least gold if you're a center, if not Hall of Fame. I'm probably going to go with Hall of Fame once I get enough points. Chase down artist, you need this on at least bronze in this game. To be honest, chase downs aren't as overpowered as they were last year. It's a little bit harder to get them, so you might even want to invest into silver, maybe gold. Last year, by the end of the year, I had so many badge points that I just had a Hall of Fame. But obviously starting out, I'm not going to have that many. So I would go with either bronze or silver to start out. Now, post-lockdown, to be honest, I don't really think this badge is needed. It's a lot of investment for sort of a niche use because most people competitively aren't really going to be doing many post moves. And you can already get stops without having it on. But if you're like a park player or someone that is constantly going against post scores, getting baby, I can see why you would try it out in like bronze or silver. But from what I've tested out, this badge isn't very good. Now, anchor is very important. This is rim protector from previous 2Ks. You definitely want this as high as possible. It's going to help you block, get snatch blocks. It's going to help you defend the rim. You definitely want this. Brick wall, same thing. You definitely want brick wall as high as you can get it. Personally, my guy right now only can get it on silver, so you definitely want it as high as possible. This is going to help you set very good screens for your guard, and it also helps you stop offensive players from backing you down in the paint. It gives you guys some more muscle to stop that. Now, pogo stick is a very good badge in this game. Again, I don't think it's as good as it was last year, but I think it's still worth having on at least bronze or silver. That's up to you. Basically, when you jump for a rebound or when you try to block somebody, you're going to be able to get up off the ground again for a second time way faster than normal. It gives you a very high boost. So again, I would recommend this. And then rebound chaser is self-explanatory. We're on a center. You want to be able to get as many boards as possible. My guy gets it on Hall of Fame, but you want to put it as high as you can. It makes a huge difference on getting rebounds. Now for the animations that are the best for centers, basically what I did was I went through and I tested out all of the shots, the post hooks, the hop shots, and all the dribble moves, and I've broken it down into a couple different options, but I'm going to show you guys what is the best. So I already made the shooting center jump shot, so if you're on a popper, you can watch that and get the jump shot. I can't equip it on my inside, so I don't have it. Now, the best free throw in the game, in my opinion, right now is probably Michael Jordan. That's the best one I have seen. It's very quick, and it's pretty easy to time. There's a very good shot cue on it. For layup style, default big is the only one that I get, but I would recommend putting on long athlete if you're able to get that. Now the dunk style, I'm going to go over after all of these animations. Dribble pull-up is KD. This doesn't matter. We're not doing dribble pull-ups. We're not doing spin jumpers. We're not doing hop jumpers, really. I'm not doing post fades. Now the best post hook is definitely Joel Embiid. I tested out every single one. Joel Embiid is so easy to green with. And not only that, post hooks are pretty broken right now until they patch them. So definitely Joel Embiid. Post hop shot doesn't matter. I don't do that. Now all of these Sigs right here, I tested out every dribble move there was. There's only like 3 or 4 options, obviously, but I tested them all out, and these are all the best ones. So dribble style normal, signature size up normal, size up escape package normal, moving crossover normal, moving behind the back normal. The most important one here is probably the moving spin basic that allows you to do spins. Normal hesitation, normal step back, triple threat style. Michael Jordan is definitely the best one. Because when you're in the triple threat, you can do the ball fake where he sticks the ball up in the air while he palms it. Pass style, I don't think this really matters at all. I haven't noticed a difference. I have LeBron on. Now, the most important thing is obviously going to be your dunks on a center. So you don't want any 2-foot moving dunks at all because they're slower. You want to make sure that you take all of these off and you don't have any on. Now for the 1-foot moving dunks, you definitely, if you're a tall center like a 7'3", you definitely want rim grazer on. You could do something like basic one-handers off one. I haven't upgraded my driving dunk, so I can't get these yet. But rim grazer off one is very good. Basic off one is good. I wouldn't really recommend too many of these athletic ones because they're very easy to block, and I like to maximize my chance of finishing at the rim. I don't want to give any opportunity for a block. So I never really use any of the athletic ones. Now front clutches, obviously if you get a 78 driving dunk, this is a very good dunk. And even better than that is going to be quick drops off one. Now if you have an 80 driving dunk, I would recommend only putting on quick drops off one and don't even worry about any of the other dunks. But if you don't have that, rim grazer is good, basic off one is good. I wouldn't recommend any type of back scratchers or really tomahawks. Obviously you want to put on all of your contact dunks if you get them. Now for standing dunks, again, I want to maximize my chance of finishing at the rim. I don't want to give any opportunity of being blocked. So I try to get rid of every single dunk that has a back scratcher animation where the guy puts the ball all the way up behind his head, because that is when you can get blocked from behind. So personally, I leave on both of the regular dunks, one hand and two hand, because they only have about one animation that is blockable from behind, and I believe it's on the two hand, but every other one is very good. So you want to leave these on. Now personally, I don't put on the rim pulls just because, like I said, they put the ball behind their head on a lot of these animations. But if you want to put one on, I would say put on Pro under the basket and do not put on Elite because it's very blockable. Now same thing with the athletics. Personally, I don't put on athletic dunks at all just because a lot of them are crazy animations and they have a higher chance of getting blocked. If you were going to put one on, you could put on the one hand, but I would not recommend the two hand because as you can see off the first animation, they're always blockable. You obviously are going to want both of the contact standing dunks if you get them. And then in the signature dunks, a couple of the good ones that I used to use were Shaq. I used Karl Anthony Towns for a little bit. I don't think it's that good though. And another one I used was Ben Simmons. Now, the only reason I use these is for the standing dunk animations. They had a couple good ones. I don't get these dunks on my guy, but if you do, probably the best one is Shaq just for the standing dunks. Now, I hope this video helps you guys out. As always, it's been your boy Will. Appreciate everybody watching. I hope you have a great day. Peace.